Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector with casual takes. And in this segment of Masters of the Universe showcasing reviews, I'm showcasing Masterverse, Master User of the Universe, Masterverse, New Eternia, Mossman, the Mattel Creations exclusive. I saw this bad boy in SDCC and was like, wow, so gosh dang cool. Box art's looking pretty cool. It comes in pretty much the same similar package shape as that of like Snout Spout. Okay, empowering generations through play, Mattel. Masterverse. New Eternia original designs inspired by classic concepts. Okay. Let's take him out of the package. Well, Mossman, heroic spy and master of camouflage. With the shattering of New Eternia, Mossman's mind has been splintered across the 7 corners of the first planet. Sadly, this has driven him insane. No longer the keeper of the natural order, whispers of Mossman's madness have reached the ear of all explorers. Those who walk through the wild forest of New Eternia often do not return to tell the tale. Ooh, looks like he's become a heel. That heel turn. Uh-oh. See. There we go. Says Mossman here. Masters of the Universe, New Eternia. Cool package. Let me get my utensils. So yeah, his look kind of reminds me a little bit of the 2000X Mossman, which works for me because the vintage version would look pretty much like flocked green Beast Man. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool for people who like that, but not me, your boy Coco. All about that 2000X style look, and so much so that I'm super considering picking up the Mondo stuff, but I guess it really depends on how much it's going to cost, because not enough real estate, not rich, so when I say real estate, I mean space inside the house already. Jeez, so much I already collect. We have to forego those dreams. This was this, I think you have to join the Mattel Club to get it too, which was a $10 fee. Yeah, okay, so it looks like, it looks almost like if they were using, it reminds me a little bit of the giant Beast Man, how big it is. I'm surprised how green he is, how similarly green he is. I figured he'd have more different shades of green, but I could have been remembering him wrong. But he looks cool. I like the face, very different, let's go get his gear if he has any. He's a pretty big guy. Okay, so he's got his belt with the bronze dagger scabbard and a mace. And I believe, I guess this is alternate hand so that he can show vine changing. And all that's included. Now, yeah, I guess it goes around his waist. I'll show you. Well, you know what? Before I do all that, let's see. I want to show you guys what he. Looks like up close. Knee joints. He's got hip joints up here. Double knee. Right here. Ankle. Heel. Comes with a gauntlet or bracer. Vine. And these things that go up. He does kind of remind me a little bit of what Beastman ish would look like anyway, the way he has himself put together. Yeah, for me the best part was his head looking very different. His mace, kind of cool, right? Yeah. All right, so based on the box art, the, this scabbard is closer to his back, to his front. Trying to get it to clank together is a different story. Might have to go up because his abs are kind of wide or hip or whatever it is that's caused. So yeah, you're gonna have to bring it up high or low, right? And then have the yes, bring it down a little bit lower here so you can have access to it. No, I'm not sure how you guys want to display it. Like if you want it to be more pronounced to the front, that really I guess is up to you, right? Um, but based on the box art, it was leaning towards this being in the back, which makes sense because well, pulling daggers through the back. Though I'd like for it to sit lower than than higher, you know. But jeez, I guess it'll. I don't know if it'll let me. I guess it will. But it looks like it's straining a little bit, so just be aware. It stretches a little bit. I don't know if there's going to be long lasting effects of it being. You know, see, I mean, it was putting a lot of strain on the where the this and that is like pulling it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It might be more ideal to to just suck it up and bring it up higher, but I don't know. I just don't like the idea of it covering the belt so much. All right, well, let's try the moss hand. If this is what that is, I'm just going to assume it is. Put it on here. There you go. Kind of reminds me of Swamp Thing now. It does got Swamp Thing like tendencies. Yeah, now you got his mace and his look. Yeah, Mossman's big. The only thing is that I wish there was more variety in the shades of green. It almost looks like he's the one giant same colored green in some angles. Very plain. But to be fair, it's kind of what he was like in the first place. So yeah, as far as like the color goes. So yeah. Um, yeah, he's not. He ain't too bad, but he ain't exactly as fancy as I remembered him in real life. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they used better lighting in SDCC or something. Because yeah, well, you know what? In the back, the greens are a little less are more pronounced, I guess. In the front, not so much. So let's compare them with the size of another Mattel Creation exclusive, Snout Spout. He and Snout Spout are roughly of the same size. They're massive. And here he is with next to the Walmart. Well, actually not Walmart. The He-Man with the vintage kind of look. And this is not even official vintage, by the way. It's just the 40th anniversary. I wonder if they're gonna resell He-Man in the 40th in the vintage Walmart exclusive or size comparison. He's huge. Mossman is massive. Um, hmm. Yeah, he's him and Mossman can he looks more like a threat these days because how big he is, but more intimidating when you look at it, right? Um, yeah. Final thoughts on all of this. I guess disappointed isn't the right word, but I am underwhelmed. I thought he would look more pronounced and different. I guess I remembered him differently in SDCC. Uh, I figured the green seemed to pop up differently, but maybe it's just my lighting. I don't know. Can you guys see a better? Well, when you guys get them, you gotta let me know how y'all feel, because to me his greens are very mm, too close to the same color. If that makes any sense, right? Like I kind of wish that there was a little more difference in the shade. One if you're gonna make it dark, make it obviously dark, or bright, obviously bright, or something to that effect. But if I guess if the goal is to look more like one giant beam, then yeah. But I don't know. I just kind of thought that you would have more difference. You know what I mean? But that's just me. All right, folks. Well, that is all I got for this segment of Masters of the Universe, the Masterverse New Eternia Mossman Mattel Creations exclusive. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector with casual takes. And until the next video, folks, ciao.